Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the worst fucking podcast you've ever heard. Both mics.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Librarian, with the worst fucking podcast ever intro there. Thank you very much. And I've lost Mike. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get him back.
Mike who?
Hold on. Yeah. Hang on. We could do this thing right. Wow. Where'd you go, dude?
Oh, you did it. Now you did it.
There you are. Hey, welcome to both mics. Now we're both here.
Now it's both mics.
Welcome to both mics, everybody.
Yeah, both mics is a show about nothing and everything. That is Mike Sofka.
And that is Mike Taylor, and together we are both Mike. See what we did there?
Welcome to show number 70 of Both Mics Heard Everywhere podcasts can be heard. Like twitch.tv/both mics. Live every Friday night around 7-ish Eastern time, and we run about 2 hours. Go a little break in the middle there. Find us anywhere podcasts can be heard.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, well, we are on episode 70,
number 70.
I think. Yeah,
I mentioned it.
Okay. Okay.
After a little hiatus, because Mike was away.
Yeah. That might happen next week. We may do another hiatus thing. I may be away. I'm probably going to be at Rockville, right up the road from you. So. Yeah.
Right.
I say probably, but Daytona, not too far from me. Halfway, I guess.
It's
almost halfway. Yeah.
About an hour.
Well, it's normally in Jacksonville. Last year was supposed to be in Daytona, but it got canceled. And then this year it's in Daytona, and the same concert promoters haven't lost big festivals like this. They've done 2 or 3 already in the past month and a half. So
really,
same group of people. So yeah,
festivals have been kind of.
Yeah, there was one here that was called off 45 minutes before the gates were supposed to open.
Yeah, during sound check, from what I heard.
Wow.
Right?
There must have been some insurance involved or something. How can you afford to do that?
Exactly.
So how was the cruise? You went on a cruise, right? You want to tell us about it? You got some cruise stories?
Sure. Well, it was a 4-day cruise that I booked, the 28th to the 31st, and about 2 months before the cruise, we found out that it was being combined with another charter cruise. That was a 7-day. And they weren't going to charge us any extra for the additional days. And the drink package they had, they were going to honor for the 7 days instead of the 4 days.
Perfect. Sounds like a winner.
Right?
And you've been on this cruise line before, so you're familiar.
I've been on the cruise line. Okay. I've been on this cruise ship. My wife's been on before too. Took both my boys. My daughter came in from St. Louis. My sister came in from Orlando with her daughter. So they roomed together. And then my mother-in-law came in from San Antonio with a friend. So we had a bunch of us.
Nice. Big group. All right. Good. Everybody's happy, excited to be on the big group on a big cruise.
Yep. Logistical nightmare, because with cruise ships and a lot of, I guess, international travel, you have to be tested for COVID 2 days prior. So on Friday, the ship took off the 24th on Sunday. So on Friday, we had appointments at CVS for the 3-year-old, myself, my wife. And, we finish up doing the test. You're like, okay, you'll hear back in 2 to 3 days.
Oh, my God.
Like, what? Well, as a backup, I had bought online home kits that you can do through an app. So I had those just in case, 3 of them. And my daughter had hers done in St. Louis on Friday. We had ours done here on Friday. My in-laws, everybody had it all done. Well, literally the next afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we get our results.
Wow.
Right after we pick up our daughter, we're negative, we're good to go. My daughter hasn't gotten her results yet. So everybody was negative. My daughter never got her results from CVS by the time we left, but she took the 24-hour or the home kit. She did it that night before the cruise, and she was negative. So
let me get this straight. They have a kit that you could buy at the store, almost like a pregnancy test type thing, and it tells you at the house whether you have COVID or not.
It's a sealed box, and there's a QR code on the outside. You click the QR code on your phone. It connects you to a laboratory somewhere, I'm guessing in Asia. From the sound and look of the guy, I'm guessing Asia. So you open up the test with your phone to the app, and they have you open it. You have to drop 6 drops of liquid into this thing, and then you have to take this swab and you have to go your nose, and then you stick it in one hole, you push it up, and you close it. Then the app goes dormant for 15 minutes, and the app opens, and the guy's like, okay, let me see the results. And he tells you if you're positive or negative, emails you.
It's a video of him
No, it's actually a person that you're like FaceTiming with. Even though not FaceTiming, you're iPhoning with him.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. And
where did you get these kits?
Through a link from the cruise line website.
Okay. And how much do each one of these kits cost?
The ones I bought were 3 for $99.
Okay. All right. And they were accepted. This was accepted to get on the show. Okay. Well, good for you. I'm glad you got that worked out. Wow. I hadn't heard of such a test like that. I didn't know. Wow.
So I have 2 more. If anybody needs any, give me a shout on Facebook. But yeah, got on the cruise, and we were considered not fully vaccinated because of the little ones weren't vaccinated. So our group of 4 was not considered vaccinated.
So what does that mean to you? You got to stay at this end of the ship, or what?
No. Basically, the dining room, we had to eat in a separate place, which was fine. It was nice and quiet where we sat the entire week. There was no mina, and all that with the salsa crews, who were loud folks. So we ate separately, and I was fine with that. My sister knew where we were. My mother knew where we were.
So was this a private group that, like, all these people belonged to a certain organization and they all were going on the cruise? Is that kind of what it was?
Here's what it is. There's 2. It was an MSC cruise line. There's 2 ships that are running. One is the Megavilia, and the other one is the Divina. The Divina does 3-night and 4-night cruises. The Megavilia does 7-night cruises. This charter, the Salsa cruise, was on the Megavilia. They had a large group that kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and MSC said, okay, we're going to take you and we're going to put you on the Divina. But the Divina has a 4-night cruise and a 3-night cruise booked at the same time. So they got a hold of everybody in those 2 cruises and said, hey, here's your choices. Take the 7-night, no additional charge, postpone your cruise to another time, or get a refund. So it was a mixed cruise of non-charter people and charter people.
Wow.
And the group we were with was about 40 people or so through that my travel agent booked about a year and a half ago. The cruise itself, I think we paid $349 per person, and then my kids were just like port taxes. So I think for like under $900, I think it was $948. The 4 of us went on a 7-night cruise.
Now that's a good deal. Now this is one of those cruises where there's gambling on the ship too, or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The only cruise line that doesn't have a casino on board is Disney. So yeah, there's a casino on board, and believe it or not, when I got on board, I walked through, and I'm like, there's no craps table.
Ah, they're on to me.
There's no craps table on this cruise ship. There was 2.
Was there roulette?
Yeah, 2 roulette tables. There was electronic roulette, and then there was blackjack and all the other peripheries. But a smaller casino, no craps table.
Yeah,
I thought that was very odd.
Wow.
So, in the indoor areas, you had to wear a mask. Outdoor areas, you didn't have to wear a mask.
So what was indoor? Did you have to wear one in your own cabin?
Yeah.
Stop.
Just like
Stop.
hallways and things like that. And when you're eating or drinking at a bar, you don't have to have it. But going in between, en route, you were supposed to wear a mask. So.
I just carry a fork with food on it wherever I go, and I never have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Sir, you're in the men's room at the mall. You're eating Chinese food there? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, in the men's room at the mall. Yeah, I'm eating Chinese food, yes. What I did was I went by and got one of them free samples of chicken with the toothpick, and I was snacking on that, and I didn't have to put on my mask to use the bathroom. All the places that you want to use a mask is a bathroom, I know. So
right, exactly. But anyway. We stopped at Jamaica, Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
Yeah.
And
did you leave the boundaries of the approved area?
No, no, you weren't allowed to leave the area.
Well, they want
There
you to
was,
get back on the boat.
yeah,
They don't want you
yeah.
kidnapped and held for ransom.
We wanted to go like down the street and visit a jewelry store and stuff, but
Yeah.
no, we weren't allowed. So
Yeah.
we had our choices were like Margaritaville and then some local little shops,
Yeah.
you know.
That's all you could do.
So
Wow.
it's fine, you
No,
know.
I hear you.
We were to that port before and we went off the port area and we walked around for about 2, 3 blocks and it was shady and we were like, yeah, let's go to Margaritaville, have lunch and get back on board.
How many offers to buy weed or whatever did you have on that 3 block
Believe it or
walk?
not, none. I don't think, unless I was just ignoring them. I don't know.
Hey, senor,
now-
what do you need? What do you need?
Yeah, I think once you get off the boundaries of the port, that's where you get the what do you need kind of guy. So we were there, and then Nassau, which we've been to 1,000 times, and they have a private island called Ocean Cay, and it's a marine reserve now, but it was either a staging area for oil rigs or it was an oil drilling island.
Wow.
About 60 miles off the coast of Miami.
Wow.
And it was real nice. They had it landscaped real nice, buildings, and they had, of course, beaches and all the peripheries that go with that. And
How was the weather? It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, humidity
it was
good?
perfect. It was
All right,
perfect
good.
weather. Yeah. Even though I sweat
Right.
freaking waking up in the morning.
No, I hear you.
But yeah, it was perfect weather. It was not hot, which normally on cruises it's muggy hot. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing that can take having, if there's even a rambunctious 5 minutes with a toddler, you're like, really? With all the heat and everything, that just pushes
Yeah.
it over the top. So, yeah. Wow.
It was warm, but it was overcast.
Yeah,
No rain,
yeah.
just overcast. So it was enough to keep that intense heat off you.
So, did you eat anything exciting?
No, and I typically like to try something new. Like I've tried escargot on a ship before.
Wow, that's a big stretch for you.
It's a huge stretch. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't mind eating erasers off the top of pencils.
Right.
But no, nothing out of the ordinary that I could remember. Their food is very basic. If you're going on a cruise for excellent, extravagant food, MSC is not the cruise line to do that. The ship is beautiful, and it was really good. But yeah, they're just not food people. They have the best pizza at sea. That's for sure.
I kind of want to be wild with the food a little bit. I want to feel like I can't see this crap on land. I want to feel like you've gone out of your way because I'm here. I want the ice sculptures. I want the fountains of chocolate and shit. I want all that.
Yeah, no, it's.
I want
unfortunately-
I want the waiters dancing around with the baked Alaska on their head and shit. They still do that?
I don't know
Has
about
that
the
been
baked-
canceled?
baked
Is that
Alaska,
racist?
But yeah, it was. With it being such a large charter group, and they were going from music venue to music venue or dance thing to dance thing.
Yeah.
They didn't really take time, and it's the same with the Masters of Rock cruise. They don't take time to do the sit-down hour-and-a-half dinner.
Right.
You're missing. Warrant is on stage. And
Yeah,
Night Race
yeah,
is
yeah.
coming on after. You're gonna miss something.
The
if you
food's
take it
in
out.
this room whenever you want it.
Yeah. So everybody does the buffet.
Yeah.
And it was like our group of like 30 people that would go to the main dining room
Yeah.
and expect food there, which is good. And they remember who you are because you have the same wait staff. And like for the kids, like Nicholas's high chair after the first night was set up every night, ready to go.
Perfect.
They knew what they wanted. Like we would order our food the night before, and macaroni and cheese would come out. Special order stuff would come right out as soon as we sat.
Awesome.
They knew we wanted to drink. So on that, as far as service, yeah, any cruise is really good, and they did a good job there. But like I said, it was bare bones.
Well, speaking of bare bones and cruising, I'm gonna take down this other thing here. Hang on. You've been in this store? Now, if you're watching on Twitch.tv,
I get all my ovulation and pregnancy tests from there. The old Dollar Tree.
I haven't been in a while, and wife needed to pick something up, and she needed to pick up. She likes certain household cleaners and stuff, and of all things, she had to pick up Spick and Span, and it was cheaper at Dollar Tree, the refill
Yeah.
thing or something. And
Guess
number
how much
one,
it cost?
I was surprised that you could still buy a product called Spick and Span. I thought that got canceled
Right.
with Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Butterworth and
Yeah.
Uncle Ben and Spick and
know,
Span.
Spick and
I
Span.
okay, yeah, all right.
Well, it's not directed towards anybody directly.
I don't know that.
No. Well,
I don't know that.
I mean, you could say that about anything. Then spick and span is there's nothing derogatory about that. You want it spick and span.
Okay, but I started looking at some of the products.
Okay. I get it now. The first word is where you might have the issue.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
I'm just saying. All right, so listen. So I start walking around and looking at stuff, and they of course have the Christmas stuff. Why? Because it's not even the end of November yet. It's not even Thanksgiving, and you got to have the Christmas stuff out, right?
All right.
Halloween.
Real
right?
quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You've heard of Hobby Lobby, right?
Yeah.
Last time I was at Hobby Lobby was like July of whatever year, a few years ago. And in July, they had their freaking Christmas stuff set up.
Crazy.
July.
That's crazy.
July. Yeah. So, yeah. And we saw our first Christmas commercial 2 nights ago, which was unbelievable.
Yeah, as soon as I hear that Mariah Carey song, it's over.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, this was a Lowe's commercial. And I'm like, Lowe's? And it was Wednesday, the 3rd of freaking November, and we're hitting this up with the freaking Christmas.
All right,
Yeah.
so I didn't know this, but they sell exotic adult toys at the Dollar Tree. I had no idea.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
And, dude, everything in that store is $1.
Yeah, so they have these little things. One's a reindeer and one's a Santa, and they have a giant hole where their mouth goes. And I was just surprised. It's a little ball popper thing. Like, it's a little rubberized thing with air in the tummy. You put the little ball in its mouth.
Okay.
And you shoot the ball out the other, to the other people, whatever.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks like one of those dummies you see.
It kind of does. And I'll bet you somebody will put their wiener in there.
That's what I was thinking.
It won't be me, but somebody will.
Then I
put
saw
their wiener in
this, and I was like, what the hell is this? A no-touch key.
Ow,
And
ow. That looks...
It's a thing that you keep on you, and you, use the hook part. Now, and it looks like an old key, like an old key would, but they're painted all nice in different colors and patterns and stuff. And you use this to, turn on the bathroom water in a public place, shut it off, help you open the door.
Okay.
How about you just wash your hands? How about that?
We had a full week of public restrooms on the cruise, and
would a no-touch key have come in handy?
No, because there's paper towels in the bathroom.
Right. You grab a couple of them and you just throw them on the floor when you walk out of the bathroom. Somebody will pick that shit up.
No, they've gotten smart as far as strategically placing trash cans near the exit, because they know you're going to be doing this.
Because that's the thing to do. You use the facilities there and you wash your hands. You sing happy birthday with real warm water. You wash your hands probably twice thoroughly, get in between the fingers, and then you go and get your paper towels, because the air blow thing is worse.
Yeah. Of course.
And then you take those same paper towels, and instead of throwing them in the trash, you use those paper towels. The global conscious Greenpeace motherfucker I am, I use those same towels to open the door.
Right.
So I'm not touching the handle.
Right.
Some of these places got a little arm hook, and some of them got a little thing on the floor too.
The foot thing and the hook thing. Well, the hard thing is teaching a 3-year-old how to do that. So he got the hang of it, but he would just end up. He would open the door with the paper towels, and then he would take his free hand and push the door open again. I'm like, okay, you just contaminated your hands. Right. Or he would, if we were in a handicap stall, we would wash our hands in the handicap stall, and then he would, open unlock the door, or he would pull the door but unlock the door with the unprotected hand. I'm like, okay, you just got pee-pee sprinkles on your hands. Yeah. And try to.
At least we hope that's all it is.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I thought the no-touch key was something else too. So then I found one more unique item there at the dollar store: the pregnancy test, like you had mentioned.
Yeah.
I can't imagine I can't imagine being with a woman and Hey, okay, we're getting some candy for the house. Okay, you got your detergent, and oh, honey, look right here by the register is a pregnancy test for $1. You need one of them, right? Yeah, let's get one. Like, I'm gonna fucking trust a dollar store pregnancy test,
Bro. Yeah.
Have you used the dollar store pregnancy test? Did it work?
I haven't, but I've dated someone who would go by the Dollar Tree and pick up pregnancy tests, and thank God they were negative.
Well, is it just me, or is it? I mean, I've seen stuff at the dollar store that I can use. Like, if I send something eBay, they have the packing supplies I need. There's certain things I can get a deal on there, but there's just certain things, like they have an entire food section there. And I'm not knocking it. It's just
it has its purpose. People need to shop there at times. But yeah, I totally agree. We're talking about a test that traditionally costs like $15 in a regular supermarket.
Now, for all I know, it works. It says over 99% accurate on the box. It must work.
I guess it would have to work, and more than likely, it's probably made by one of the companies that make the more popular tests.
Right.
It's just a cheaper version of it, or a version, or let's put it this way: the $15 version probably costs 60 cents to make, and it's just a matter of marketing. This one, there's no marketing behind it, so that's why they get away with $1.
That whole thing was just out of this world, so that's going to bring us right into the alien update.
Fantastic.
Buzz-looking alien! Where? Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous for Earth people.
That's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too, but I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
All right, we do the alien update most shows, and we do the alien update based on a couple different things. There's like 7 people out of the 7 billion on the planet that have more money, more intelligence, more technology in their head, bringing that stuff out, advancing our culture and society. Of course, I'm talking about Musk, Zuckerberg, Bezos, Branson, Gates. I'm sure I'm leaving people off the list here, but that's what we talk about during the alien update. But
we sure do. What's on the alien update tonight?
Well, there's our boy Jeff Bezos, and he just lost his Blue Origin. They just lost the lawsuit against the federal government over NASA's human lunar lander contracts.
Well, yeah, you can't fight City Hall.
Well, this has been going on for a while, so of course our boy Elon Musk, who always ribs at Bezos, posted a picture of Judge Dredd saying, "You have been judged."
Wow.
I thought that was hilarious because you kick him when he's up, you kick him when he's down. Musk just, every time Bezos makes the news, Musk goes, "Oh, I'll take this to the next level," and he does it. It's gotta be crazy.
Really, like, did he think he was going to win? I don't know. Whatever.
Well, according to TheVerge.com, NASA attributed its decision to select one company instead of 2 to a lack of funding for its lunar lander program. I have an idea of how you can get this whole thing paid for. And Bezos, if you were a smart man, it says Blue Moon right there on your goddamn lunar lander. Sell that to the company that does the beer.
Oh,
as soon as you get up there, you crack a cold one. Boom, thing's paid for. Right. Come on, people, use your noggins.
Little slice of orange on there.
Yeah. How is this guy that made billions missing this marketing opportunity?
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, staying in space here. That's the Hubble spacecraft. This is the thing that keeps space telescope. Yeah, I think it's more than that. Because why do we keep trying to reboot this thing? It keeps failing, and we keep rebooting it in safe mode, and then it takes some pictures, and then it's okay. It's stuck in safe mode again, as they tinkered with some of the controls on this thing. But they're thinking they can get another 2 years out of this thing.
Wow. Well, it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Everything else is obsolete by now. Why not that?
Gizmodo.com said Hubble automatically entered into safe mode on October 25th after a bunch of synchronized messages got lost. NASA says the space telescope is otherwise fine and Hubble's science instruments remain healthy, but normal science operations had to cease as a result of the anomaly. Anyway.
Yay.
Yeah, I brought the show to a screaming halt. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm out of sorts.
No, that's all right. This thing's DART. We talked about this thing in the past.
Okay.
DART. This is the destroying, I don't know, let me pull it up. Shooting rocks in space. Let me see what DART stands for again. Defense.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. NASA prepares to launch DART to deflect asteroid with kinetic impact. The DART stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test.
Oh, I was going to say...
scheduled to launch on November 23rd, 2000.
Destroyer rock technology?
I think it all has to do with minerals and mining and shit like that in reality. I think they want to learn how to push these rocks, if you would, around, kind of like they do with when they net fish. They put the net down a certain way, then they group suck in the net and whatever was in. They want to do the same thing, I think, with the asteroids and stuff. Put them in one area and then mine the shit out of them, blow them up, get them out of there. They'll burn up before they hit the Earth.
I heard, I saw something on social media, I think, the past few days, that rain on Neptune, it rains diamonds on Neptune.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I saw, but I don't know. You'll have to show me, I don't believe it. But yeah, why not? Why don't they just go to freaking Neptune and someone, get a big...
Well, we do have a story about Uranus, but that comes up on our next show, 71. So don't want to spoil that, but I'll make that a teaser. I'll make that a teaser. And
yeah,
of course, being Mike's
learn about Uranus on episode 71
Yes,
tonight.
yes.
Tonight on both mics.
Yes, that's correct. Being Mike's got his crotchety stuff going on, let's get right into Get Off My Lawn.
We get my Vaseline. Uh-oh.
Wait, that's the guy. Hold on, let me get the
the
proper
guy.
introduction here.
Get off my lawn. Not in this lifetime, Sonny. Well, I think you're an overeducated 27-year-old virgin. There's a Mexican, a Jew, and a colored guy go into a bar. The bartender looks up and says, "Get the fuck out of here." Get off my lawn. Used to stack fucks like you 5 feet high in Korea. Use you for sandbags. Can't you people just leave me alone? Get off my lawn. You'd think the cold would keep all the idiots out. What are all you fish heads looking at anyway? Get off my lawn. You people are nuts. I knew you were a dipshit the first time I ever saw you.
I love the Get Off My Lawn thing. I love Clint Eastwood in that whole thing. I just
longest intro ever.
I cut it short every time too. This is this week's Get Off My Lawn guy.
Uh-oh.
Cops in San Antonio suburb, and I saw that and I had to look. I was like, what? Yeah.
What?
Police in Northwest San Antonio suburb. Now, if you're watching, you're going to see this guy's picture on twitch.tv/bothmics or YouTube or however you're watching. He looks like he's wearing one of those doctor suits, though. And he looks like he could be a doctor, maybe, right?
My immediate thought was that's Scrubs. Then I'm like, okay, maybe the new prison uniform in Behar County looks like Scrubs.
Well, this is what has happened. The Fair Oaks Ranch police arrested Donald Irwin Schwartz, 71. That's how old that cat is. 71. Looks pretty good for 71. Yeah.
There's a Jewish guy in San Antonio?
They arrested him on charges of illegal dumping. Police in Northwest San Antonio suburb nabbed the man who they accuse of flinging more than 20 bags of cat poo along a stretch of highway, including some that landed on residents' driveways and crosswalks. In a Facebook post, the Fair Oaks Ranch police said it arrested him, charged him with illegally dumping between 5 and 500 pounds of waste along Dietz Elkhorn Road.
Wow. So poop in a bag.
He was driving his car, and as he was driving, he was emptying bags of poop. Now, they say that they've made their arrest after they observed the driver of the vehicle identified hurling 2 large bags of poop feces out the passenger side window. The total weight of the waste in those 2 sacks was 59 pounds and was booked into Bexar County and released on a $1,000 bond. I'm thinking he emptied the whole litter box into these bags. You know, that's
possibly. Oh, and by the way, it's Behar County.
Okay.
Not Bexar.
Oh, did I say Bexar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it reads Bexar, Bexar, but for some reason the X is pronounced as an H, so it's Bear or Behar.
Well, he was released on a $1,000 bond, so
wow,
he's got that going for him.
How do you come across that much waste? And I'm guessing it would be a litter box full.
Well, he probably is lazy, dude. The cat box is probably on the back porch. He goes by once a week, scoops the whole bag out, throws it in a certain bucket or a can, and then he puts another one in. And then he doesn't take it out. It's outside. He doesn't think of it. Out of sight, out of mind. Next thing you know, he's got 6 bags of cat shit stinking up the whole place. I mean, I could. That would be my guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you have a cat, right?
We have 2.
Okay. And you have a dog too, right? Okay. So, have you ever taken cat poo with you on a road trip and flung it out at people, or?
Never.
I didn't know. I thought it was a thing.
Not on a bad day. Not on my lowest point of my life. Have I traced around with cat poo or even dog poo.
How do you get to 71 and that's what you get in trouble for? I mean, I guess it would have said if former murderer, former convicted felon, you know, I guess it would have said, but it sounds like you probably lived a life where you haven't really gotten in trouble, and cat poo is what locks you up.
Exactly. And I'm getting a text message saying that the Fair Oaks part or northwest part of San Antonio is an expensive area. So the guy has money. So I don't get it. You know, is it making his posh neighborhood look bad to have cat poo laying around?
I don't know where he was dumping it. I would think it's almost like an attack.
Right? It's possible. You know, the flaming bag of poo on the front porch. You imagine 50 pounds of poo?
What's got into people? The whole world's coming apart, dude. So let me ask you this. You have little kids. You ever hear that Baby Shark song?
1,000 times.
All right, I decline not to include that in the background as we talk about this.
I was going to pull it up and play it as you did this song, but I was like, wait, we will get popped by...
Yeah, well, I think as long as we stop it and start it and comment on it, we're okay, but still. Yeah. Anyway, this has been found to be cruel and unusual punishment at an Oklahoma County detention center.
Really?
Yes. Really? Apparently, what they did was it was a torture tactic. Former Oklahoma jail detainees say officers played Baby Shark song as a torture tactic. This is according to theguardian.com. Yada yada. Plaintiffs charged that they were subject to physical abuse and forced to stand for hours listening to children's song play at high volume.
All right.
In a civil rights suit reported by the Washington Post that was filed in federal court this week, 4 people formerly incarcerated at the Oklahoma City jail said they were subject to torture tactics that include this Baby Shark song, children Baby Shark song. Do you think, have you felt like that song's torture at times? Do you hear it over and over again?
Yeah. The boys have a puzzle. You know, like when you're really little, they have wooden puzzles and the wooden pieces go in there. Well, this one's electronic, and it has a mommy shark and a daddy shark and a grandma shark and a baby shark and a grandpa shark, as the song goes. Well, it has a sensor. So when you take the baby shark puzzle piece and put it on baby shark, it plays the baby shark first. Wow. You take daddy shark, plays daddy shark. Mommy, grandma, grandpa. When you have kids and they continually play with this puzzle, you continually listen to this darn song. And if you like pick up the piece and put the piece back down, it'll start over. Like, you know, it'll go daddy, dad.
So you're in there with the remix late night?
Yeah, so the kid is basically wiping the board with the daddy shark and going, daddy shark. Blah, blah. So yeah, but thank God there's an on-off switch for it, and it took a while for the kids to figure out where the switch was. But yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, we've been tortured by Daddy Shark, and yeah, like today at work, in my mind I had the Brush Your Teeth song by Blippi.
Not familiar with that top 40 track.
Circles. Yeah, it's a 2-minute long song that you play, and the kids brush their teeth while the song is playing, giving you 2 minutes time to continue to properly brush your teeth. So I had this song in my head this morning at work. It was not, torture.
So if there was like a single adult that didn't have kids, this would get grating on your nerves really quick, or what do you think?
Probably so, yeah. And I'll bet you a lot of single parents or single people who don't have children of that age don't even know the song exists. You know, when it came out, when Xander was little, we had friends who were like, "What, baby, what?" But now it's mainstream and everything. But 3 years ago, it was not. It was underground. Baby Shark. I'm
surprised that neither of the kids wanted to be a baby shark for Halloween.
Yeah, no, Baby Shark's not cool enough for Halloween.
Okay.
We had Spider-Man and
okay, now I get it.
Nicky went as Joker again because we couldn't think of anything realistic, so he just went in last year's costume.
Well, he was passed out most of the time anyway, right?
Not
on the
really.
bottom level of the
No, that was the older one.
Oh, okay.
That was Xander, who during trick-or-treating, which I luckily Brenda was kind enough to let me get some rest, and she took him out, and Xander was falling asleep. That's the day we got back from the cruise. So Nicky was up top having a great time, and Xander crawled in the storage area of the stroller and went to sleep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when he woke up and had no candy, did you tell him why he fell asleep?
No, he had plenty of candy. Even though that you're looking at a kid who doesn't like cake, he doesn't like chocolate. He
Really?
likes some candy. Yeah, he's very, very particular.
Does he like strawberries?
He likes strawberries.
Well,
yep.
you don't. Tomatoes?
Well, yeah, probably tomatoes, no, but like salsa, ketchup, the peripheries, yes.
All right. Well, I was just trying to find that link to you there. With
It's very, very fine line there. Yeah, okay. He doesn't like a lot of stuff. So it's a pain, but we deal with it.
Well, according to the New York Post, this woman right here, a Spanish teacher in Iowa, was murdered. And again, I'm putting the brakes on the show, I know, but these two knuckleheads went on social media and it basically admitted they did it.
Yeah.
So 260, again, this is according to NewYorkPost.com, 2 16-year-old Iowa schoolboys have been charged with murdering their Spanish teacher after one of them bragged about it on social media. The body of Fairfield High School teacher Nohema Graber, 66, was found dumped in a park Tuesday after she was first reported missing. She was killed by trauma to the head. Her body had been hidden under a tarp, wheelbarrow, and railroad ties. Two of her students, Willard Noble, Chaden Miller. Oh, these kids have 3 names. These are future serial killers anyway. Jeremy Everett Goodale. They've both been charged with first-degree murder as well as conspiracy to commit a forcible felony. Records show. These guys are going to get passed around for ramen noodles and friggin' cigarettes in the joint.
Unreal. Yeah, they don't look very bright. Do their heads look strangely small to the rest of their body there?
This looks like a bad modern version of Beavis and Butthead.
There you go.
I mean, I just don't know how else to describe it. They look stupid.
The one on the right looks like Pete Davidson in high school.
And the one on the left looks like he's wearing David Spade wig.
Yeah. I used to work with a guy in a supermarket. He worked in the bakery, and he was from Iowa. And he's like, "Hey, Mike, do you know what Iowa stands for?" I go, "No. What does Iowa stand for?" And he goes, "Idiots out walking around."
Nice. Yes.
And he was from Iowa. I'm like, really, dude? Okay.
Well, speaking of idiots out walking around, our girl Greta is back in the news. I don't know if you saw this or not.
No.
She's gone to this climate summit thing that is going on, and apparently, see now, this is the smartest thing that I've heard this puppet girl who's managed by her parents' strings say. She says that she feels this whole climate summit thing is just a corporate brainwashing event, and that they're not doing anything substantive there, and they're just talking about ideas, but they're not taking any action, and yada yada yada, and we're all going to be dead in 10 years, and yada yada yada. But the one thing she said was that she thought the whole thing was a global brainwashing event, and I really felt so. I was like, okay, she's making progress, she's breaking through, and now I have questions. How did she get there? She take a private Learjet like these other guys? 400 of them?
Maybe a corporate sponsorship?
Okay, but if the idea
Or is she in there, or is she outside on the sidewalk?
Well, my whole thing is obviously she impacted the environment with her carbon footprint. I'm using her terms and what she's fighting for. Obviously, she used some of those things to get to this place to talk about those things.
Yeah.
I didn't get in a plane and burn up carbon all over the place. You did. Don't blame me. Anyway, I just like having fun with stuff like that. I am going to do each year I do the Santa Claus thing. So in a couple weeks, this is going to be white.
When does that happen? When does that start? That's before Thanksgiving,
I'm getting
right?
this done November 16th. It's already booked. Yeah, I got to go to a special place that does it, and yeah, it's a unique experience. But I'm thinking about doing a spin-off, and I'll just throw it out there now, and Santa on Science. And I could be like in my workshop, and I could show you a time-lapse photo of a glass full of ice cubes and water melting, and show you that even if all the glaciers melt, it won't overflow to glass. And we're not going to get flooding here in Florida because a sheetrock of glacier fell off. And by the way, not for nothing, and this is factual, you can look it up, the Arctics have never had any more ice per square mile than they do right now. It's been a banner year for that. That's why they have to change the name from global warming to climate change. No shit, climate changes. Today it's raining. Yesterday it fucking wasn't. Things go in cycles. So
yeah. Well, even if the cycle is over thousands or millions of years, it is what it is, and I don't know. For people to think that they're going to reverse what Mother Nature is going to do,
I think it's very audacious. I think it takes a lot to say that humans are destroying the earth. Yes, I get it. There are some non-replenishable things that we do. Like if you take a tree, I think you should plant a tree. We should aim for being more responsible in the way we manufacture and do things. And I do agree we should minimize our carbon footprint, but putting it to a change of,
it does make a difference.
Change the way a world does everything, just because you say it'll work with no factual science behind it. And then you do provide me science, and you tell me that half the world's going to be underwater because the icebergs are melting. Stop. All right, I'm getting off my pedestal. Getting off my soapbox. Anyway, I hadn't heard from her in a while. Did you?
I'm sorry, what's that?
I hadn't heard from her in a while. Greta, did you?
No. And that's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I just thought it was funny that either she didn't get a big enough check when she showed up there for making an appearance, or something's wrong there. Hey, Universal is bringing back BOGO, buy one, get one. Did you hear about this?
Not until about an hour and a half ago.
I wanted to know, do you think this is a sign of weakness or a sign of strength? This is obviously getting toward the Christmas season here, but from now until December 16th, Florida residents can buy 2 park one-day tickets and get a second ticket free.
I think it's weird that they're pulling this now. Granted, there's a blackout time during the holidays. I think it's December 18th, probably through the new year.
It is.
the ticket now you can get now through January something.
February.
So
Yeah, and it's good through February 4th.
Okay, February
2022.
Because January is a low time.
Here-
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas is a low time.
Here's my thing. Can I go with, if I don't have a pass, and I have a pass, but if I didn't have one, can I go with my friend and buy one ticket and then he gets a second one and we both go in that day?
Well, no, you can't. It's only online.
Oh. Yeah, it said something about you have to get a Wendy's cup or something.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a QR code and all this other stuff. So go to Wendy's, get your QR code, scan it, get your buy one, get one. And you can only get it online. You can't get it at the gate. So, yeah. So, yes, you can go with a friend, but no, you can't go that day. Unless, of course,
I got the pass for there. I haven't been in a while because of all the stuff going on, but I'm thinking about going back because, stuff's changing. Just pop in. It's great when you have a pass and you could zip in. You don't pay for parking. Yep. You zip in. You friggin', hey, let's go ride a roller coaster for an hour. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. You don't feel pressure.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't have to get the whole park in that day, or whatever.
Yep. That main gate and that annual passes is awesome. We're looking to go that weekend of the 18th. We want to go to Disney and take the boys to Magic Kingdom. My couple of people that normally get me in on the main gate. One has passed away, and the other one wouldn't answer my text a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
I could see that he read it, but no answer back. So I'm like, all right, well.
Well, when was the last time you talked to that person? When you needed tickets?
Do I need to talk to him every day?
See, that's where I'm at. Do I need to check in with you every day? No. But if I hook up with you 18 years later, it's just like we continue the same conversations.
Thanks, friend. But yeah, I get it. Whatever. So be it. So now I have to blow $450 to get into Disney Park for one day.
That sounds like the time I went to Disney for free on my wife's birthday. It only cost me $500. Yeah, that's another story.
Okay.
Yeah, she got in free, but I had to pay for my way in at the time, and then lunch, dinner, all that stuff. So anyway.
Yeah.
All right, you were about to say something else, though. I cut you off. What?
I have not a clue. Yeah, so hopefully we can get like a military discount of some sort and get into the parks and get our picture taken with Mickey for Christmas. We'll see.
Well, I bet if you wait till the last minute and you you put the call out on Facebook or somewhere, hey, we're on our way to Disney Park if you happen to work, or whatever.
Yeah. It's the coveted ticket, the coveted main gate. No one's freaking dishing that out anymore.
Well, they've reduced the amount you get, right? I mean, don't you only get a couple now?
That I don't know.
I thought it was based on tenure at one point.
Wow. Yeah, I remember after 3 months you got your main gate and you got 10 passes or 10 days to get 3 people in, and then come Christmas time you get more passes and you get like free popcorns.
When we were at the RFC, I finagled enough tickets to get 26 family members in free on a Disney day. We all went. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. I was buying and selling stuff. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Hey, well, it takes a lot to take your entire 26-member family to the Disney all 4 parks for one day on your dime.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
That's, right?
No, I'll go. Sign me up.
Great. Holy cow.
Anyway, I haven't been in a while. I'm going to go back here soon.
Yeah, as far as Universal, we stayed at a Universal Hotel for 4th of July weekend, and we went to Hard Rock Cafe, kind of hung out, City Walk.
You have to do that stuff every once in a while, even though you've done it before. Because you got to understand, we're in a place where people save money all their lives sometimes to be here. And we have it right here, and we don't use it.
Yeah. God, when I remember at Traditions, they said that the average family saves between 3 and 4 years to take their family to Disney World. And to stay on property and to do it right. 3 to 4 years, they'll save. And I think they said 3% of all pictures were taken at Disney World.
Really?
3% of all pictures taken in the world are taken at Disney World.
I didn't know that. I did know that they changed the dining policies on the meal thing after we left. I didn't understand it going on.
What do you mean? What do you mean? A meal plan for two costs $98. Seriously.
I had kids at lunch ordering ribeye steaks with shrimp.
I remember I had a two-top, and the bill came to $98.
Yes.
Then a 15% gratuity or 18% gratuity on top of that.
Yeah.
So $18 for me for a two-top.
Yeah, that was where
all
money
day long.
was. Somebody
Do that
figured out
all
the
day
program. So I never forget the one time this couple came in. They had two little kids, and the guy's all like, "Hey, we're from Spain," and they spoke good English. And I said, "Some people like to look at the menu," because he whipped out his dining plan card. And I said, "Some people like to look at the menu when you're on a dining plan. I like to make sure you get the full feature of the menu." And the guy goes, "Oh, I like that," and handed me the menu. So instantly, all the kids got Caesar salads and ribeye steaks with shrimp, and I had 4 of those giant appetizers.
Awesome appetizer.
Yes, I had one in each hut. Everybody was chowing down on that shit.
Yep.
It was great.
Those things were $24.95 each.
Tribal Feast at Bamba Hut. Go.
Dude, actually comes out my daughter Jessica, her high school boyfriend is now a server at the RFC at downtown Disney.
You mean Safari Guide?
Safari Guide.
What's up, you people?
Oh, God. Wasn't it funny that the Safari assistant, also known as an essay?
Yes, they were all essays.
They were all essays?
What's up, essay?
Essay, how are you, essay? Unreal.
And that was the country they were from, South America, somewhere.
Somewhere,
SA.
yeah.
All right, so we've talked about this phone in the near past here.
Wait, really? Is there something else to say about it?
No, there's nothing else to say about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3 5G.
Wow, that's a
I
mouthful.
couldn't find a picture of the one that they're coming out with now. Google Pixel foldable with Pixel 5 style cameras coming next year.
Okay. With the amazing
Didn't
success
they watch
of
our
Samsung,
show about the last folding phone?
right? I'm saying with the massive success that Samsung's having, Google Pixel wants to jump on board.
Sounds like a way to flush some money and lose some money somehow as a write-off
Right.
or something.
Sounds like something Bezos would do. Dumbasses.
So are you going to run out and get a Google Pixel foldable
Yeah.
phone?
No. I have the same freaking
Clamshell?
one that, yeah. Same one I've had for probably close to 3 years now.
Yeah, I keep having to reinvent mine, and I don't know, I get error stuff. I think they do that because I'm not on 5G yet, so I refuse 5G right now. I don't know. I have to buy a more expensive phone, and I'm okay with this one, so not afraid of the 5G. I don't need it.
Does it cost more? I don't think it costs more.
Well, I have to get a new phone. That's another $1,100 or so.
Yeah, well, dude, it's only $24 a month for 30 months.
They do have that new thing that I suggested a long time ago that certain people, it was an expense. It was a monthly expense. It's not something it's not a treat. So it's a cost of doing business. So just give me the cost of the phone. I want to lease the phone, and I want to have unlimited everything. That's what I want. Make that happen. Ha 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 ha. That'll never happen in 2004. No. But in 2021, that's where we're at. 3 years, you pay off the phone, and then you can trade up after 2 years, and you still have the same phone payments. They still keep coming.
Right. Yeah.
So, I get
That's
it.
the thing. And they tell you, oh, yeah, you can trade up your phone, trade in your phone. And then, like, you go ahead and you're like, okay, we'll give you $15 for this phone.
There's more in gold than that somewhere in the phone.
Right? Speaking of gold, I saw somewhere that if you strain the gold out of Goldschlager, you can take that gold and sell it, and you'll have enough money to buy another bottle of Goldschlager.
I'm going to have to test that. I probably won't test it because I'm not drinking, and that's all right. But let's put that challenge out there. See if somebody will do that and videotape that process. Like, I want a tea strainer, and I want a bucket underneath. I want you to pour the Goldschlager through, and I want you to get the scale, and I want to weigh it out, and I want today's gold price. I want video of all this. So.
All right. Not
Sounds
a problem.
good. Good job. Yeah, well, you like Goldschlager.
Seriously? So nasty. The smell of it would probably make me barf.
So I'm wearing the colors again. I'm wearing Cheap Trick here again, and I'm excited because they are coming back to my neck of the woods, and I did find a way to get myself a pretty decent ticket. So I will be going to that event. Lisa doesn't know this yet. It's in Orlando on November 23rd with John Fogerty. They're the special guest, and it's a fundraising type thing for something or another.
Okay, where at?
At the Amway Center.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Really? That's surprising.
It's hang on, I'm gonna look it up right now because I'll give it a shameless plug here. We got about 3.5 minutes to go, and I want to make sure that I hit this right. Let's see here. Pulling this up. John Fogerty and Cheap Trick, and this is called. Oh, of course, they don't have it.
Boner Fest.
No.
No.
It's called something. It's some sort of fundraiser thing. So anyway, I'm excited to go.
I would imagine, yeah. Charity Pros for Heroes. Tuesday
that's
the
what it is.
23rd. Amway Center on Church Street. John Fogerty, Cheap Trick. That is tickets starting at $39. That's so weird. It's John Fogerty with special guest Cheap Trick.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
It's cool. Cheap Trick will open, and when you're done, you don't have to hang around.
No, they'll come back out and they'll play stuff with John Fogerty. You know how that stuff goes, especially a charity thing. And then, Tiger Woods is in the crowd. Let's get him up. Let's get him up here because they all like to hear him sing. You know, shit like that.
Cheap Trick is a U.S. rock and roll power pop band from Rockford, Illinois, and gained popular in the late 70s. The band members are Rick Nielsen, blah, 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 blah. How weird. That's kind of, I wonder if it can't be the full arena. I can't see how it could be a full arena.
No, it is. It is, dude. It's the whole thing. Yeah. Anyway, we got to shut this puppy down here. But if you're watching us on twitch.tv/bothmics, Friday night here live, we're going to be right back in just a couple minutes with episode 71. This has been episode 70. I appreciate you watching and listening. Wherever you're watching and listening, check out my friend Gino Losi to go fishing. And make a donation to the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. My buddy Dustin Levine does a great job there. And congratulations to him on his new wedding that he just had and his wife.
Oh.
Lovely couple. So anyway, let me pull this stuff down. Let me play our outro and get out of here. And we'll be right back here in just a few minutes. How about that?
All right. Ciao.
Ladies and gentlemen,